All right. Hi, everybody. This is Clint at Man Skull 101, and you guessed it, we're here doing it again. 10 millimeter bullet tests, pork shoulder blade bones, and water jugs. This is it. This is going to be the final go. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bullets. We're going to try one of each of them, and then what it is what it is. You guys decide what you want to carry in any scenario. So we're going to get ready. We're going to shoot some of these things, and hold on. All right, so this is the 155 Hornady XTPs at 1500. These are hot. These have the most recoil of anything. Great hydrostatic shock. So 155 HTP out of a Glock 20 10 millimeter. Let's rock and roll. Woo! Man, it's impressive, right? I think so. All right, so the 155 XTP. Here's the bullet. Here's what's left of the bullet. See if I can get this up in the camera for you. Separated jacket and lead core. Beautiful mushroom on that jacket. Crazy hydrostatic shock. Where the heck's the bone? Did you guys see where it went? I didn't. You know where it's at? Back there, behind me, about 15 feet. So safety glasses are a must, obviously. Yeah, let me grab that bone. Hold on a second. All right, here's the bone. Typical big old hole through that thing. That's a pretty wicked little load. And very useful for a lot of scenarios, I suppose. Yeah, and that bone did. It went a good 15 feet behind me. I heard a thud back there. I'm like, what was that? Now I know it was this thing. I didn't even see it. Okay, here we go. We're going to move up to the 180 hollow points. All right, this is the 180 XTP. Now, I tried to load all of these pretty similar, very close to max loads on these, all right? So this is a 180 Hornady XTP hollow point from a 10 mil Glock 20. Let's rock and roll. Wow, they're impressive. So that's not as much recoil as that 155. I did notice that my powder charge thrower was migrating a little bit. It migrated about a half a grain by the time I loaded 10 rounds, but it was going lighter. So I kept them in, I double checked, halfway through, 3/4 way through, and realized it was migrating a little bit. This is blue dot powder. It's a flake, I guess I would call it. It doesn't meter great from a powder charger, but I didn't want to trickle charge every single one. So here we have it. It definitely felt a little milder, but still good results. Let's grab the bone. It's over here again. All right, so here's the bone. Significant damage. Hopefully you guys can see that all right. Broken. Yep, broken. Nice hole. Serious damage. And I did recover the bullet also. I recovered the jacket in the first jug. There's the jacket in the first jug. You saw the hydrostatic shock. But I recovered the second core in the second jug. It did break into the second jug. So you see that? Let me get them up here. This is kind of a tough angle for you, but there you go. So a pretty good chunk of lead. Quite a bit more weight retention. You can see the mushroom in the tip of that. Pretty cool. Yeah, so a little more penetration out of that. Good, and still great hydrostatic shock. That's a 180 XTP hollow point. That should be running right at 1,200 feet per second. And what's that? 575, 585 foot-pounds of energy. So, nice result. Let's move on to 200. Nope, let's move on to 180 grain hardcast. All right, I got bad news. It recently came to my attention about 4 seconds ago that I'm at least one jug short. So we need to pick. Do I want to pick the 180 hardcast, which we shot before with a great result, barely mushroomed the tip, and easily penetrated 2 jugs? Those were the buckets, which are heavier plastic. Or did we want to go a 180 hard cast that now has been turned into a 170 hollow point, but those have been disappearing. I'd love to catch one of those. I feel like we got a definitive result from the 180 hard cast. Let's do the hard cast hollow point again. I've tried 2 of those and haven't recovered a bullet yet. So let's try that again. Yep, let's do it. Hold on, let's rock and roll. Okay, here's my 180 hard cast with a nice hollow point in it. Makes them a 170. These are pushed about 1,200 feet per second. And we have yet to recover a bullet. Let's give it one more try. I think they're blowing up. I think they're hard enough that it makes them brittle and that it's just blowing up. So let's see what's up. Here we go. Let's rock and roll. Wow, that looked really good. The bone landed on my foot. This is dangerous, kids. Don't try this at home. Don't do it. I'm old. What do I got to lose? Just kidding. Be safe. Be careful. Let's go see what we can find up. All right. So the good news is it only busted 1 jug. The bad news is I didn't recover a bullet. I got some some lead fragments. And here's the out hole. So it did penetrate fully. And the bone is right here again, which looks good, looks similar. Pretty gnarly gash in that. So, I don't know, good result. Still, I've yet to catch a bullet. Now, to be truthful, that bullet went off this way a little bit, looked like, so it missed the back jug, or we might have recovered it in the back jug. The bad news is I got 1 more bullet, and I have a 200 grain jacketed hollow point Hornady XTP, or I have 1 more of these cast hollow points. Shall we try that again? I don't know. You tell me. I'm going home. Call me. Let me know. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. We're going to figure it out. All right, I'm going to do a hollow point hard cast again, and it's probably going to break both jugs. Yeah, that's what we're doing. I hope you approve. Maybe I'll put a 200 hollow point XTP behind it in case there's anything still moving. Make it exciting, right? Probably getting late enough in the evening that might start getting a little muzzle flash. I hope you guys are seeing this okay. A little on the gloomy, cloudy side today. Get her loaded up here. Put a couple of 200 hollow points behind this hard cast. I really want to capture one of these bullets. Maybe it's just not going to happen. I don't know what else I could put behind it to catch it. If I had a giant sleeping bag or something. All right, so we're going to do the hard cast hollow point. Try it one more time. Let's rock and roll. I don't know where the bone went. Looks like that back jug's still intact. We might get one more shot out of this after all. I'm gonna go take a look, see what we got. All right, I'm excited. Caught the bullet. Get that thing out of the way, busted it open pretty good, and came out the back right there and was laying up against this next jug. So we still get to shoot the other jug. Woo! That's a win. That's a pretty good hunk of lead, and that's a nicely mushroomed bullet there. Yeah, check it out. Can you check it out? Yeah, nice. That's a 180 hardcast hollow point. Finally caught a bullet. And it bumped up against that second jug. So we got full penetration of the first jug through the shoulder blade bone, which I'm not sure where that went. Give me a second, I'll find it. Holy crap. It wasn't hard to find this thing. Look at that. Look at that. That is mangled. Gnarly, right? And blew the jug up and penetrated the whole way. Not bad. Not a bad result. Hardcast bullet, 1,200 feet a second with a hollow point in it. And I could adjust that hollow point. I could shallow that up a little bit, go a little deeper, go a little more shallow. I think maybe I would go a little more shallow. Just a touch. I think that's a pretty good result. That looks like a good bullet. All right, let's get set up for the 200 grain XTP hollow point. All right, I hear you. I know what you're thinking. Man, that dude looks tired. Well, I got up at 5 this morning to go to work. You'd look tired too. Well, maybe not as tired as me if you're younger. But anyway, let's rock and roll. About out of daylight. I'm kind of rushing through this. I hope it's working out for you guys. I'm having a heck of a good time. Here we go. 200 grain XTP hollow points at 1150. So this is pretty stout load. Let's see what we get out of that. I only have one jug. I don't have a backup jug, but I got a bone and a 5-gallon jug of water. Let's see what happens. Let's rock and roll. Safety glasses. Don't forget your safety glasses. Apparently pigs do fly, or at least the bones do. There we go. Spun it around. I'm going to see if I can put the bone back on it. I just barely hit the bone. Spun it around. I don't know what's up with that, but it's not bleeding too much. I'm going to set the bone back up. Bear with me. All right, here we go. 200 grain hollow point. We'll try it again. I moved the bone down a little bit because it was leaking pretty bad up top. See if we can get a good hit on it and get some results. Then I got a little surprise for you guys afterwards. Rock and roll. Oh yeah, I seen some flames coming out of that thing. Hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Do this one more time. Let me get the bone in the bag, right? Let's see what's up. So it's in there. I don't see an out hole. Well, I guess I'm a big fat liar. It's not in there. It went out the bottom. I was shooting low and down angle, whatnot. Anyway, thank you guys for stopping by, spending this afternoon with me. I had a great time. I hope you did too. Drop me a comment. What do you think about all this? You want me to do something different? I feel like I've kind of run the course with this type of test in a 10 millimeter. But let me know in the comments if you want me to change it up some, do something different. Or I'm just going to switch guns and start having some more fun. And I'll include you guys. Thanks again. This is Clint at Manscall 101 signing out.